Hi everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of September's update at Sandling Junction. Join me now and let's see what's been going on. Hi everyone, and welcome back. As I said at the start, it is the second part of my September update for Sandling Junction. I got to admit right from the start, and apologies in advance, it isn't a short video. I really wanted to tell you all that's been going on down here beside me, and all about some equipment that recently arrived and is now in full use on the whole of the layout. So that's fantastic news for me and for Sandling Junction. So I hope you get something from the video, and if you do, press the like button at the end. And also, if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. Really helps me, helps the channel grow. And I've noticed that there's very sort of about a sort of 40-60% mix of people that are watching it are subscribers, and a lot of you are not subscribers. So if you don't mind, press the subscribe button. It really would be fantastic for me, and tells you when there's another video up. In the meantime, if you've got any comments on anything you've seen, put them in the comment section below. I'll answer each and every one if I get the chance to do so. If I miss anybody, I do apologise. It's never intended. But yeah, enjoy. And I'll catch you all on the next video. Bye bye for now. So all I've done so far then in this current update is extended this, and what I want to do is I have not painted this as I've painted everything else. I have simply filled up the gaps, and that's fine. But I couldn't take this off and make a much squarer because I had track running around here that was set up with a point here and going around. I didn't want to disturb it. So what I want to do is I'm going to lay cork into this whole area, so it's in exactly the same manner as I've got on the fiddle yard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay paper down here to mark it up as a template. And when I've joined those together, depending how far down I wish to take this, which will probably be about to there. So if I take that right to the edge of this board, so each and every one is exactly in the right position in terms of getting it repositioned further down the road. Join these together, and then I can impress the mark of this quite easily and transfer that to a sheet of cork, and then I can run the cork all the way through without a problem. So I'm going to come back when I've done that, and we'll see how we go. Join me in a minute. Okay, I'm back now, and so much for templates. They do work, but stupidly I forgot to check the blade and it was dragging the paper a little bit, so I cut it a bit short here and maybe there. Anyway, that doesn't really make a lot of odds, because when it comes to it, these will be glued down. If there's a gap here, that's not an issue, because the other line is going to come up the side here like so on this side of the shed's there, and that little area of missing, that's not a problem. It will become a little ditch, it'll be a little water feature, dirty coal ridden or diesel ridden ditch, so I'm not too worried about that. But it's nice, it'll be finished off nice on the front here. And then once that's in place, then I can start putting all this track back on and start fitting it, put the points in, put the cobolts in. There are 2 more to go in here, and yeah, we'll start finishing this section off, and then I can put the isolated track in, which will be the programming track, so that I can actually start mucking about with some of the other locos that do need programming without having to take everything off each time. So that's all good, and I'll catch you all soon. I'm going to glue this down now and call it a night, and we'll come back and we'll start laying track over the weekend. Good. Bye for now. Okay, so the cork is down, and I used a spray-on adhesive carpet glue, contact adhesive, and it's very simple. Buy it from many outlets. It's nothing special, but it is for carpet, underlays and corks, so it does what it says. I actually did the whole of the fiddle yard with this, and it's absolutely rock solid. It doesn't come up, and it's waterproof, and so you can ballast it and play around with it in the future without a problem. I don't put it under my single track beds. I leave that for copy decks, but it was just nice. Obviously the too much copy decks on it take too long to get it laid, but this is just down and I've really been going over it and making it smooth. I'm going to lay the track on in a minute just to show you, but it is solid. It's not going anywhere. I shall put some weight on it overnight just in case, but I'm sure I don't need to worry too much. But yeah, so anyway, right, so where are we going to go with this? Well, we've got up this end, and I think you can just about see that. Perhaps you can't. Let me come out. Let me just move this around a little bit. Okay, so coming off of the station throat here, there is the siding that joins the fiddle yard to one part of the station, and then there is a peel off here, and that will have 2 points on it. It will have one point that goes on, I can remember how I had this now. That one goes on like so, but I thought that one goes on there like that, and that one will come off here, running on into the engine shed. Something of this nature. I'm not fully set up on it yet, but it's going to be something of this nature. And that will go into the shed, like so. And then I need a longer piece of track, but in essence that will come out like that, and that engine shed will then have the roads going right back to there. A little bit of gap here so we can put some scenics around the back end of the shed. Doesn't have to be greedy and right up to the edge, but I think there's going to be enough room to get several diesels sat on here, and that will run round the back end like so. So you got a single row that comes up the back of this. This will be the programming track along here. Easy enough to get a loco on there without too much difficulty, I hope, he says. But yeah, this one is already laid, but these will need to go in, and I hope to put those in during the course of this weekend, if I'm lucky, if I get the time. It may be that I'm still doing way too much on the cobalts at the moment. I want to get a lot more of these done and fitted, and yeah, I've got to watch that because that label's just come off of there. DCC in, so I want to cover that end up. I do not want to put anything in there. There we go. Okay, that's fine. That was not a big deal. I just must have caught it. Anyway, I digress. So this is roughly how it's going to look, and then I will concrete the area perhaps to here. Maybe I didn't need to carry the cork all the way up to here, but it's not a big deal, and if I don't really want it I can always leave that, draw it out and just cut it and dig this section out between. It's not the end of the world, whatever really, but I will just put the concrete platform so that I don't have to try and concrete into the points. They do need to be, I feel, left out of the equation. So I've got 2 point motors to go in. One is going to be a little bit on the tight side. I might well move it down a shade and give it a bit more room here so that it brings it forward. I think that's how I had it. That's what this little bit of track is for, and that just brings that forward of that point there. I think it'd be too difficult to try and get one in on the back here, so we're going to put that there. I don't really want to start putting surface mounts in if I can help it. So yeah, it's a little change, a little more, little less room maybe, but I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Whatever happens, I'm still going to have, I think, plenty of room to slot a logo on here and give it what it needs to program it. Turn it up a little bit to there. we are. I've cleared all the weights off, and yeah, we'll just see what we've got. It's still gluing down, it's still drying, but I think we've got pretty much okay to move on. Move that pin off before I forget it. I think we're good. Everything seems fine. Okay, so there's the TMD, if that's the correct word. So what I've got to do now is put the cobolts on these 2 points here, and just put these into the bus and connect them up underneath. This one is isolated from everything, so this is my the programming track, and I hope that'll be enough. I'm sure it is. I only really need it to put locos on, and I'm sure that if I want to put a certain type of button on, I can actually run in DC stuff as well. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure if I just have an easy plug play on the end of for this, then I can either put the 2 amp DCC in to program off the power cab, or indeed I can just plug it into a Hornby controller and just run the rolling road from DCC Concepts on here, and I can run DC locos in that I buy to make sure they're okay before it comes to chipping them. So that might well be a good thing. So anyway, there we go. More later. I'm going to wire this in, and I'm going to put some stops on here so that the trains can't go any further than I want them to. We're off. Okay, catch you all later. Alright guys, so welcome back. I have glued this down. I have wired it all up underneath. I put the 2 point motors in. The 2 cobolts are in and tested and operational. And yeah, I'm really pleased that this bit's done. Now, I don't know whether I should have allowed space here somewhere for fueling or whatever. I don't know. Probably. I don't know enough about these sort of areas, whether they're just places for storage of locos or whether indeed the diesels have fueling facilities hereby or whatever. So the only way I can do it with room is here, which is technically not part of this TMD. It's actually a link road between the fiddle yard and getting across to other points on the station, but I'm sure that I can reverse a vehicle out of the end and then back round to refuel. I could even put something here, I don't know, or indeed near the shed, but I'm going to look at what other people have done and try and figure something out. In the meantime, let's just see this one operate, if I can. There we are. You can't see it yet. There she comes. So I'm really pleased. So everybody, here we are, it's arrived, and it's my new operating system, or new control system, which is the NCE 5-amp Pro Cab kit, and I've been eagerly awaiting its arrival. You're seeing it for the first time, as I am. There we go. Nice bit of foam. Okay, and what we got in the box? We have a DCC Concepts. I guess that's the power. And the curly lead. Right, let's get rid of the big box. Nice to see a seal. I like seeing things sealed. If it's been broken, then I always get a bit suspicious. But it's nice to see this one is sealed up. Paperwork, Power Pro System reference book. I'll get to that in a moment. Itching to see the inside. There you go. Nice Pro Cab there, and the interface, or the cab bus plate, which I guess is the same pretty much as the other ones. I don't know, but we'll figure that out shortly. Another lead. I did ask for a spare one be put in, and there is a flat lead. That's one side, and this is the Power Pro. Excuse me. This is the control hub, and yeah, all looking good. Now that's what they call the command station. So I'm going to get that out, as I'm going to get the rest of this out. I don't think there's anything I've missed for the moment. Set that down. Don't think we need that lead. Not too sure. Right. Now I'm going to go off camera in a minute, because I'm not going to attempt to put this together without having a good read up first. I'm going to put that on there, making sure track power is all off anyway. So that's there. A couple of leads. As I say, I did ask for a spare one to be put in. You never know. And this is, do you know one thing, I've got to say it. I mean, that was nicely packaged, of course it was, but whenever you get something from DCC Cobalt, it's always really lovely presentation. I like the way that you just get their kit. Really good. Okay, well I'm guessing that this must be the power system. Having said it's great kit, it's hard to get into it. There we are. Easy when you know how. Okay, so it's Cobalt Alpha. It's the Alpha Power, I assume. Nicely designed. Right, let's put this down there out of the way for a moment, and see if we can't get everything talking where it should do. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you've enjoyed this, please hit the like button and add your comments. They'll be very welcome and always answered. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button now. And for your information, there's another video there and another video there. All the best. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye bye for now. Bye.